Not a great start to the homecoming of RCB in this season. Not an issue. I think it'll get better. I'm not worried about RCB. I think they have a great season ahead of them. Mohammad Siraj clearly amped up and wanted to maybe send a message. He bowled so well. Today was a great opportunity for DDP or for Rajat to play that sheet anchor role and let the others play aggressively around them. RCB pegged back after Virat Kohli's early loss in the second over. Devdutt Padikkal 2 ball outbit out ಆದ್ರು. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಫಿಲ್ ಸಾಲ್ಟ್ 6 ಹೊಡೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಔಟ್ ಆದ್ರು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ 6 overs ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು 3 ವಿಕೆಟ್ ಕಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಗೆಲ್ಲೋ ಚಾನ್ಸು 90% ಕಳ್ಕೊತೀರಾ. It's actually a stat. When you lose 3 wickets, 2 or more wickets, 3 wickets in the power play, your chances of winning drops by about 90%. Maybe a little less than 90% now, but drops by about 90%. So that stat itself set the tone of the game. They got advantage in the first 6 and they held on to the advantage throughout the game. They somehow managed to get to 169 by a cameo, not a cameo, but more than a cameo from Liam Livingston. Almost for me, Liam Livingston as a player for me is someone I feel is beginning to get overrated like Glenn Maxwell is. He's got great potential, but doesn't necessarily fire with the bat a lot, but also can bowl. I actually felt that he'd be more useful for RCB as a bowler than as a batter, but he batted so well today after that drop chance. Batted with intent, aggression, and was able to take the attack, particularly to Rashid Khan. I really enjoyed that. Top innings and a little bit of a show in the end from Tim David took them to 169. According to me, about 25 runs short at RCB at Chinnaswamy Stadium. Mohammad Siraj clearly amped up and wanted to maybe send a message. He bowled so well. Line, length, delivery, ಎಲ್ಲಾನೇ ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಹೆಂಗೆ ಡೆಲಿವರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಏರಿಯಾಸ್ ಹೊಡೆದಿದ್ದು, ಎನರ್ಜಿ ತೊಗೊಂಬಂದಿದ್ದು. One of the things about Mohammad Siraj, ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ, is that he has a lot of energy. And sometimes when he's bowling, ಆ ಎನರ್ಜಿನ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ಅವರು. ಅದರಿಂದ ಅವರು ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಅದು gets carried away with that energy and ಆ ಎನರ್ಜಿ gets him to spray the ball around a little bit. But today, he was able to hold that energy and channelize that energy towards bowling the right areas and bowled with an aggressive mindset, which was the most important thing. Great bowling from Sai Kishore, incredible. I've always maintained that he was a tumba underrated left-arm spinner. Nan prakara, one of the best left-arm spinners nam deshadalli iradu currently. He bowls so well, so much control. ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾನು ಕೂಡ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನನ್ನ ಜೊತೆ ಆಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ CSK ನಲ್ಲಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬ್ಯಾಟಿಂಗ್ ಬರ್ತಾನೆ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಆದರೆ ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟು ಇವಾಗ ನಂಬರ್ 7, ನಂಬರ್ 8 ಆಡ್ತಾರೆ ಚೆನ್ನೈ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತಮಿಳ್ನಾಡುಗೋಸ್ಕರ. He actually hits big sixes, worked very hard on his batting and his fielding, of course on his bowling. In fact, he used to bowl a lot with Mitch Santner in the CSK nets, and bowling in tandem with him, he's learnt a lot, I think. And he bowls so well, bowls slow through the air, delivers the ball late, pulls the ball back, is very responsive bowling. Batsmen are nodebit bowling haktare avaru. So I love the way he's bowled. In fact, last year I felt like, why hasn't he played more matches for GT? And this year, he's getting all the games. Because Noor was not there, now he's getting a lot more games. Last year, Noor was a part of GT, so he wasn't getting as many games. And it's a blessing, I think, that Sai Sudharsan gets to play a lot of games. It's a blessing not just for GT, but I also think for Indian cricket. Bowled really well, was brought on in the 7th or 8th over and bowled well. Surprisingly, they brought Rashid Khan on to bowl in the 12th or 13th over. Bringing one of the best bowlers in the world that late into the game, for me, is a little disconcerting for me. I feel like he can come a little bit more early. You want to utilize him because at the end of the day, cricket on confidence game. ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ನೀವು ಏನು ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೂ ರೆಡಿ ಆಗಿರ್ತೀರಾ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಬೌಲಿಂಗ್ ಅಷ್ಟು ಲೇಟಾಗಿ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ, ಸಮನ್ ಹೂಸ್ ಅ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ವಿನರ್ ಹೂ ವಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಬಾಲ್, ಹೂ ವಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಲೇಟಾಗಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಬೌಲಿಂಗು, ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಆ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೋ ಅದು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತಾನೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ 10 ಓವರ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಬೌಲಿಂಗ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಏನಪ್ಪ ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಲೇಟಾಗಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಅದೇ ಆ ಥಾಟಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು perform ಮಾಡೋದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಷ್ಟ. Which is why I think we've not seen the returns that we see from Rashid Khan that we are used to seeing. People are asking if he's lost his mojo. I don't think he's lost his mojo. I think they're just utilizing him incorrectly. I won't say wrong, but incorrectly. Maybe it's a part of their strategy, but I think that strategy can be changed for a match winner, for one of the best bowlers in the world at the moment. Then GT came into bat. That was just clinical. Sai Sudharsan, love his batting. Sakadaga ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ batting. What stands out for me about Sai Sudharsan is his clarity of thought. As a young batter who's 22, 23 years old, anta clarity irodu, ಯಾರು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ನಾನು ಟೀಮ್ಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಆಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ನನಗೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ರನ್ ಹೊಡಿಯೋಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾಗೆ ಹೊಡಿತೀನಿ. It's that mindset, that strength in that mindset is the key for performances. And he is holding on to that strength, which is why he's this number 2, number 3 highest run scorer after 4 games, after 3 games in the IPL. Nan Prakara, he's a top player, for me, I think, could be an all-format player. And I think in the due course of time will play for India. We don't know where, but somehow I think he should play for India at some point. Lovely batter. Tumba enjoy ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅವರ innings. Because he batted the way he batted, Joss Butler could bat the way he batted. Joss Butler aggressive ಆಡ್ಬೋದಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಒಬ್ಬ solid batter ಇದಾನೆ. Exactly like Virat Kohli is for RCB. He plays aggressively, but plays that sheet anchor role where everyone else can revolve around him. That's why when you lose someone like Virat Kohli there early, you need somebody else in RCB to play that sheet anchor role for them. If you don't have someone playing that sheet anchor role for them, then they suddenly they find themselves wanting. Today was a great opportunity for DDP or for Rajat to play that sheet anchor role and let the others play aggressively around them. Back to the end. We've seen this in the IPL. Already in the first 10-12 games where we've seen where they're trying to score 250, but they're falling at 170, 160, 140, 130. They're falling short because they're trying to score too many too quickly. You cannot escape the basics of cricket. The basics of cricket dictates that the wicket is going to set the score for you. The wicket, the conditions are going to design how many runs you're going to score on that wicket. Yes, you can have the intention to score 250, ಆದರೆ ವಿಕೆಟ್ ಏನು ಅಲೌ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ವಿಕೆಟ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. DDP ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬಾಲ್ ಹೊಡೆದ 4ಗೆ, ಅದಾದಮೇಲೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬಾಲ್ ಸಿರಾಜ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಒಂದು ಬಾಲ್ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆಪ್ಪ ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ಎಂಡಿಂದ ಬಾಲ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಬ್ಯಾಟಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ, ನಿಂತು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಸೀಮ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ. ಒಂದು ಬಾಲ್ ನೆಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಆಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ನೆಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಅಂದರೆ play a solid defense with the intention to rotate the strike. Understand the nature of the wicket. Give yourself that chance. Those basic things you can never escape in cricket. And I feel like those things escaped the RCB batters today. But it didn't escape Sai Sudharsan and Joss Butler, which is why they went all the way through. Love the way they batted. Love the intent that the Gujarat bowlers brought in today. But I'm not very concerned. Today, as someone who thinks RCB will get to the back end of the tournament, I'm not worried. They still bowled well, held the game together, but once the batters got set, the game got away from them. ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, not an issue whatsoever. ಎಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಗೆಲ್ಲಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾವು. ಒಂದೊಂದು ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ, ಒಂದು ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಗೆಲ್ತೀವಿ, 2 ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಗೆಲ್ತೀವಿ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಸೋಲ್ತೀರಾ, ಹಾಗೇ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸಹಜ, ಮಾಮೂಲಿ, ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅದು ಮುಖ್ಯ. ಹೆಂಗೆ ರಿಸ್ಪಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ತಪ್ಪು, ರಿಸ್ಪಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ರೀಅಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು. ತುಂಬ ಕಳೆದಿದೆ ಟೂರ್ನಮೆಂಟು, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಫೈನ್. ನಾಟ್ ಅ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಟು ದ ಹೋಮ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ RCB ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸೀಸನ್, ನಾಟ್ ಅನ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ. I think it'll get better. I'm not worried about RCB. I think they have a great season ahead of them. But GT showing some stock right now. I really like the way they're shaping up. Their bowlers are firing. And I think if the bowlers continue to fire, the batters will become very dangerous, especially if Joss Butler is in the kind of form that he's in. That's it on this episode. I will see you guys on the next one. Namaskara.